I made this electric pedal car from car Alternator. I made a motor from that and I show you how to make that. This was made about 7 years ago, so bear with me with the quality. That would be the next project. Let's assemble this from the parts I found at the garage. Here's the lever for the chain release. Now the traction is on. Let's pull this lever and now the traction is off. This is really bad. Let's make the new attachment for the chains and the pedals. We paint this whole frame and the cover. So this is the starting point now. Making the electric motor. This is the old car Alternator and we are making the motor out of this. There's no wires coming from the coils here. That we'll need to change. I cut this open, there's 4 bolts here. This is the inside. This is loose, so you can see those 3 wires. Just cut these here. These wires go to the diode. We'll try if the coils are good. There's positive and negative wire from the charger. Let's test the winding. It's not magnetic now. And we'll put these wires here where the coils are coming. Okay, now it's magnetic. So the windings are fine. We'll take the diode back off from here. We don't need this at all. This is the magnetic part. I cleaned this and we have to connect wires to these 3 wires. And we'll need to get them out from this hole. Where's the coils are? These. We need to put wires here to the coils. And they come to the separate battery. Okay, so the 3 wires connects to these 3 wires. We solder these here. And we need to get 2 wires to here. I cut this part off and we can get the connector here, so we don't have to need to solder anything. There's 2 different attachment points, like this. Let's assemble this. Magnetic field. Cover. Screw it together. Now the coils. Now we have the wires done. So the coil wires comes from here, these two, and goes to the battery, 12-volt battery, and the 3 wires comes from the magnetic field and attached to these 3 wires. This is a controller from China, 24 to 36 volts, 250 watts. The power cables come from here. And these are connected to the batteries. It's connected to 24 volts. These are the batteries. You could use a bigger batteries. This controller has wires like this. This goes to the electric throttle with 3 wires. This is a wiring harness for speed. There's no jumpers here, so it's a medium speed right now. Let's see when I turn the throttle. We need to mount the engine here. This is the pedal drive and this one just spins. We need to change the steering wheel so we can get that throttle at there. Now the batteries are here temporarily with rubber bands. The motor has a guard, so you won't get hurt. The controller is at the front. Let's put that cover here. Here's a pulley on the axle. I just welded it there, and the belt is on. I needed to lift the seat up so the batteries can fit there. Now it's assembled, so we can try this. Handlebar is in place and the throttle. Let's test this. I raised the rear. There's the pulley and the belt. Here's the throttle. Now it's in neutral, the pedaling system. Now we can pedal. Release this and some throttle. This works even with my weight. The maximum speed was 19 kilometers. You can get the better result with a bigger controller and bigger batteries.